I never imagined my life could change so drastically from a single decision. When I accepted the offer from Transform Biomedical, I thought I was stepping into the future I always dreamed of. A prestigious job, a fresh start in a new country, and a way to leave my heartbreak behind. But Transform wasn't just a company. It was a machine, and I was about to become one of its products. The first 2 weeks felt normal enough. The corporate campus was enormous, sleek, and meticulously designed. Everything I needed was provided. A luxury apartment, access to a fitness center, even a stocked fridge tailored to my preferences. It all felt so perfect. I ignored the faint unease that crept in every now and then. Things started changing after the mandatory wellness check. The medical evaluation seemed thorough. Blood tests, scans, psychological assessments. I assumed it was all part of the company's high standards. But then they gave me a bottle of pills. "These are just supplements to enhance your performance and well-being," the doctor said with a practiced smile. I took the pills without much thought, trusting their reassurance. At first, I didn't notice anything unusual. But within days, my body and mind began to shift. My moods became softer, calmer. My skin felt smoother, more sensitive. My body began reshaping itself in ways I couldn't quite explain, narrowing here, softening there. Then one morning, I opened my closet to find my wardrobe replaced. Gone were the usual slacks and button-downs I wore to work. In their place hung slim-fitting blouses, skirts, and dresses. The colors were softer, pinks, whites, and pastels. Far from the neutrals I was used to. "What the hell is this?" I muttered, running my hand over a silky blouse. Later that day, I confronted HR. "Why has my wardrobe been changed?" "It's part of the Transform integration process," the HR manager said, completely unfazed. "As you progress through your journey, we encourage our employees to embrace their evolving identities." Evolving identities. I repeated, my stomach nodding. "It's a core part of our philosophy," they said with a smile. "You're not just here to work, Jack. You're here to transform." That evening, I stared at the clothes in my closet for what felt like hours. I didn't want to wear them, but I didn't have much choice. My other clothes were gone. Reluctantly, I pulled on a pair of tailored slacks and a flowy blouse. The fabric felt different, softer, almost comforting. Looking in the mirror, I didn't see myself anymore. I saw someone gentler. The next morning, I found a small package on my vanity labeled, "Your Next Step." Inside was a makeup kit. "No way," I muttered. But curiosity got the better of me. I picked up the foundation and hesitantly applied it to my face. The process felt awkward, clumsy. My hands trembled as I brushed on some blush and swiped a neutral gloss over my lips. When I looked in the mirror, I almost didn't recognize the person staring back. "Is this really me?" I whispered. As the weeks went on, the changes accelerated. My body continued to shift. Softer curves, narrower shoulders, fuller lips. My thoughts began to change, too. At first, wearing dresses and heels felt humiliating, but over time I found myself appreciating the way they fit, the way they moved. There was a strange sense of empowerment in learning to walk gracefully in heels. Took me days of stumbling and wobbling, but once I got the hang of it, I felt elegant. The makeup sessions became routine. Each morning I spent time perfecting my look, experimenting with eyeshadows, lip colors, and even contouring. What started as an obligation became something I enjoyed. I liked the way it made me look, the way it made me feel. The company's re-education sessions reinforced the changes. They were less about work and more about self-discovery. Or at least that's how they framed it. "You're not losing yourself," the facilitator would say during the sessions. "You're discovering who you've always been." I wanted to fight it, but a part of me wondered if they were right. One afternoon, I found myself twirling in front of the mirror, admiring the way the hem of my dress swirled around my legs. Felt fun. For the first time in weeks, I smiled. An honest, unforced smile. By the time I was called into the company's final identity ceremony, I wasn't sure who I was anymore. Jack felt like a distant memory. Jacqueline, my new name, felt natural, even comforting. The ceremony was attended by all the employees, each of them transformed in their own ways. When they handed me a nameplate that read Jacqueline Johnson, the room erupted in applause. I looked at the nameplate, then at my reflection in the mirrored walls. My heart raced, but not with fear. For the first time I felt whole. Jack was gone. Jacqueline had arrived. And I wasn't sure I wanted to go back.